So this is the fuel injection air control valve, and if you want to know how I got down this far to see it, watch my other video. I just wanted to make sure this idle control valve was working right, the hoses didn't have any leaks, and there was nothing wrong with the idle air on cold startup. And it looks like everything's functioning. I don't have to replace any parts. There's no vacuum leaks, nothing clogged up. So this fuel injection air control valve was just held in by two 10mm bolts. There's one, there's the other. Just take those two bolts off, and after draining some coolant you can pull this up and out of there, and I'll show you how to test that with some hot water in the kitchen. So this air control valve has a vacuum hose that goes to the front cylinder bank, and there's a little elbow right there, and this should be clear. I've got some blue painter's tape and some duct tape over this just to keep nuts and bolts from falling down there. But if we blow on this, you'll hear air coming out of here. I was just checking to make sure this elbow here doesn't have any leaks around it. It doesn't appear so. And the same in the back. It's the same thing back here. There's an elbow right here with an air hose that connects over here. Okay, so I drained off using the drain cock of the radiator, drained off just a little bit, probably 1 pint of coolant, and into a clean pan so I can reuse it. And the reason I did that is because the fuel injection air control valve sits right there, and it is a couple inches lower than the top of the radiator. So you can see there's coolant in there, and by draining off the radiator a little bit, when I took the air control valve off, the coolant didn't go everywhere, just a little bit spilled as I pulled it out. Okay, so here we have the fuel injection air valve removed from the car, and this goes into coolant. So this detects temperature of the coolant in the car, and this is from the snorkel air intake, and then this goes to the rear cylinders 1, 2, 3, and this is front cylinders 4, 5, 6 to provide air at when it's cold. So when I blow through this right now, so I'm going to blow through this end of the hose, and you can feel air coming out of here when it's cold. Okay, so now I just boiled this water, and we're going to put it in like it's in hot coolant, and watch when I blow on it. There's no air going through it anymore because it's hot. So that means this fuel injection air valve is working just fine. That's what it's supposed to do. So you're drawing in air when your car's warming up, and it's still closed. Let's let that cool down. So this is the factory original part with 600,000 miles, and it says it's made by Denso. And if you open these 3 screws, there's no gasket there, it's just a machine fit. These are just held in with little split washers. Undo that. There's just a plastic piece in there, it's black plastic, and it's got a little hole in the top and two little holes in the sides. And when you blow, you can feel air coming through there, and you can push it up and down just a little bit. I'll get a screwdriver and open that and show you. Okay, so here I took the lid off. There's three little screws here, and not much to that lid. And then this part does not come out, it's just made in there, and it's just little air here, here, and here. Okay, it's cooled off, so air is going through it. See if I can plug all those holes with my fingers. Yeah, air comes around it too. So let's do the test again. We put it in the hot water with the lid off. No air going through anymore.